Guys, how are you
Hi,
today?
Hi, Bonnie. How you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Listen, you do not have to love, well, we call it soccer, you call it football, but you do not have to love it to love this show. I was
Yes.
engrossed from episode 1 to 10. I loved it so much. So, Brett, let's just
Fantastic.
start with you because I want to know if you are soccer savvy.
As in, I was a big football fan. My dad is a football hooligan. Do you have them in Canada?
Not really hooligan, hockey hooligans. We have hockey hooligans.
Yeah, so similar. So my dad sort of timed our births around the season, so that because if me and my sister had been born when a game was on, he would not have been present. Uh, so I was raised very much that football is more important than schooling,
Yeah,
and
I get it.
so I think he has never been more proud of me than when I got this part. I mean, this is what he wanted. I
This is
finally made him
the
proud.
pinnacle of your career, my friend. Way to go.
Yeah,
Way to go.
thank you.
Phil, for you, I mean, you're playing this footballer who has just a wee bit of an attitude, thinks he's a bit of a diva and,
Yeah.
whatever. But, in real life, how about your soccer savviness? Or football savviness, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't have answered the question if you didn't change that, Bonnie.
I
No.
apologize. It's hard to get used to these North American and British terms,
Well, I'm just as much of a diva as Jamie Tart is.
Okay,
I need
great.
to have my hair done just like he does. But no,
And it's looking lovely today, by the way.
Thanks so
It
much.
really
You're
is.
welcome. You're very welcome.
I worked over 3 hours. No, kidding. I absolutely love football. I'm football mad. Soccer, football.
Yeah.
I'll call it football.
That's fine.
I was bereft over this period where we didn't have any Premier League that was being played here. The Euro 2020 wasn't being played for very, very good reasons that
Yes.
I totally understand. But no, it was an absolute, like, I cannot explain. We turned up and we played football every day, and the guys who were on the team were genuinely lovely blokes who were all much better at football than we were, Brett and I. But it was just a really lovely atmosphere to turn up and play. But no, I love it.
Yeah. And I have to say, Jason Sudeikis, one of the nicest guys around, I have to say, for sure. I've interviewed him so many times. And this character that he plays, Ted Lasso, I mean, is there anybody more optimistic than this person and goodwill? But I want to know what it was like for you guys to work opposite Jason. Brett, why don't you take it first?
Well, I was saying I feel like the budget probably went over because of the amount of times I laughed, and they had to keep. I think the crew probably hate me because it was like, can we go home now? But Brett, just get through this one take with Jason without laughing, please. We have children.
Christ, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was sometimes quite hard. I mean, tough trying particularly because Roy very specifically does not smile.
Exactly. Yeah.
So actually, that was the most challenging part of this film. Actually, seeing the Jason and not smiling.
Yeah, Jamie, how about for you, Phil?
That genuinely was one of my funniest memories of just watching Brett, because I refuse to be, when I bet you've had this with other people telling you this, Bonnie, but when you're doing when actors have to do like close proximity, and we had quite a few where honestly his face just makes me laugh. Brett's face just makes me howl.
It was hard.
But I think that working with Jason was an absolute treat for so many reasons, but particularly that he knew the very fabric of the piece from start to finish. But he would never micromanage. He would always let you play, saying that he would always at the start of the day you'd be going through the scene that you've got coming up, and he'd sort of be like, "Great, you got it," and we can just always massage it so it feels natural to you. Which I think for a lot of writers on a big show, I think that they would be nervous to do that because, everything they've sort of mulled over everything. And, that's just a mark of the man to be like, look, I trust you. That's why we got you on this.
Yeah. Ted brings Rebecca Biscuits every single day. Now, when I come to London, the first thing I do is I go to Marks and Spencer's and get those chocolate-covered biscuits. So very quickly, what are your favorite biscuits, Phil? And then Brett. Phil first.
This is a great question.
Brilliant question. My favorite biscuit, I'm going to regret, I've said it wrong, but I'm going to go chocolate hobnob, which has been dipped in tea.
Oh, nice. Okay. And Brett, take it away.
I'm going Jaffa cake, but there is the question, am I talking about a biscuit at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you have Jaffa cakes in Canada?
We do. I know what they are. I've had the Jaffa cakes. I've bought them in London. We don't have them here, so I always stock up. But yes, Jaffa cakes is a very good.
We're counting that as biscuit. If we're counting that as biscuit, I'm going Jaffa cake. If we're not, I'm going chocolate fingers.
Okay, way to go. You guys, thank you for this show. It is so good. You both are so great. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for season 2. I really hope that we get to see more of you guys. And best of luck. Stay safe.
Thanks very much.
Stay healthy, everybody.
Okay. And you.
Cheers.
Stay well.